Hi guys, today we're going to be working on strengthening our upper back area. One thing that I have seen throughout my years of training is this common kind of across the board is weak upper back muscles. Oftentimes this can lead to poor posture as you age, starting to round and kind of hunch forward, getting that little bit of like tech neck as we're on our phones a lot. So today's workout, we're going to be working on strengthening your upper back. We're going to be both on the ground and standing upright with some weights. You can do heavy weights for some of these if you're just doing a couple of them, but because we're going to do several in a row, I'm just going to be using some 3 pound weights. So 2 3 pound weights, even a can of soup would work great. Okay, let's go ahead and get warmed up first. We're going to come onto our hands and our knees. We're going to begin warming up your spine with a little cat cow. So we'll take a nice round up to the ceiling with your spine. Inhale, exhale as you drop your belly into your inhale as you round back up. Exhale as you extend. I'm going to have to start over. I can't do that. Okay. Hi guys. Today we're going to be working on strengthening our upper back area. One thing I see kind of across the board in my years of training is weak upper back muscles. And this often can lead to, as we age, rounding forward, the head starting forward. They call it tech neck now because of all of the sitting that we do on our computers and our phones. So we're going to be working on strengthening the upper back. We're going to do some down on our stomach on the floor, and then we're also going to do some standing with some weights. You can use heavy weights if you're just doing one or two big exercises, but since we're going to be doing several, we're going to just do small weights. So I'm using 3 pounds. You can use 2 3 pounds, or even a can of soup will work great for this. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to warm up your spine on your hands and your knees. Okay, so we're going to go into a cat stretch here. So you're going to round your spine up on the inhale. Exhale, drop your belly down. Head and tailbone come forward. And then round. Inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale as you lengthen your spine and extend. Back to neutral. We're going to go into a little rotation here. Push the floor away with your right arm and inhale, open up to the sky, and then you're going to rotate and reach through. We're not going to go all the way to the ground. We're just going to twist. So you can imagine that you have a cup of coffee right on your low back or your pelvis area, and you don't want to spill that coffee. So we just want to get our spine rotated here, not getting our pelvis involved. One more. Inhale and exhale. Okay, place your other hand on the ground, push the floor away, and then pull your chest away from the mat as you inhale, and exhale, reach through. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Two more. One more. Place both hands down on the mat. Drawing your abs in to your spine and push the floor away. We'll take that right leg out, hold it out, and then extend the opposite arm. This starts to get the upper back muscles. We're going to hold, trying to keep your breath moving. It's easy to want to hold your breath in positions like this. So we're going to try and keep breathing and then slide on in. Okay, other side. Push the floor away, pull your belly away from the floor, and back in. Now, if your arm feels like it elevates a lot, your shoulder, meaning this, your shoulder elevates, then don't go so high. Drop your arm down to the position where you can keep your shoulder more down, depressed down. It's called depression instead of elevated. And that way you'll work your back muscles more as opposed to really working the shoulder there. And then come back in. Okay, next, extend, hold. Think your arms being held up from your upper back muscles. We're going to do one more time. It's like you're floating your arm up. And we'll just come right back down this time and float that arm up from your back and then back down. Okay, we're going to take this down onto our belly. Turn your head. So one cheek is resting on the mat, and then hands down by your sides. Shoulders stay off the ground the whole time, palms down to the floor. First, you want to protect your back by pressing your feet gently into the ground. That turns your glutes on, and then draw your abs in, kind of gently lengthening your tailbone towards your heels. So navel pulls up away from the mat. Now exhale, use your upper back to lift. Make sure you don't bend your neck. Now turn your head and put the other cheek down on the ground. Don't put your shoulders down, keep them up, and then go again. Turn your head. The first few are going to be hard, and you're not going to move much. And that's okay, because we don't want our shoulders or our neck to be doing the work. We really want our upper back. And then if you'd like to add the legs, that's your full flight there. That will get your whole back. Turn and come down. The key is what's lifting us. Think about your back muscles. So not shoulders, not cranking on our neck. And down. You could also add the weights here in your hands, and that would make a little extra work for your upper back. 2 more. And down. 1 more. Up. Let's hold this one just a little longer. Take a breath in and down. Okay, this next one, we're going to start with bent elbows. It's a little bent elbow swim. Hover your head above the mat so your nose is just off the mat. You're looking straight down. You're on your rib cage here. Draw abs in and glutes on. Now lift opposite arm leg, with the goal being using your back muscles, right? So this is very different for everybody, depending on your flexibility in your shoulder joint. If you can't go very high, just do as best you can. Maybe even don't lift the whole arm. Just lift your elbow a little bit and work towards lifting the hand. If your shoulders are up in your ears, then you want to try and lower your arms down more here. So we'll go opposite arm leg. If that is feeling good for you, you can go ahead and take your arms out further. This would be the end range of motion here. Oftentimes people have to work up to this, so don't expect that this will be able to come to you right away. You can keep your elbows bent at your sides, work up towards this position or anywhere in between. Last 2. And for 1 moment, if possible, lift all limbs and just hold for a second. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's rest. Turn your head, put one cheek down on the mat. You can do a little hip rock side to side. Now, this next one is a stretch, but you'll be using your back muscles to hold yourself up the whole time. So, if you want to watch for a second, we're going to take the palms, we're going to turn them to the ceiling, bend your elbows, and gently glide your hands up your back. Right? Now, turn your hands the other way, palms down, and bring them here in the front of your forehead. Switch. So, hover your head above the ground as you do this, palms now up to the sky, hands up the back. Palms go down and you come to your forehead. Back and forth. Each time just gets a little bit easier. You get a little bit more mobility in your shoulder. Good. Keep going. If that's feeling good for you, without forcing it, you could start to come behind your head. But that's pretty tough. Going in front is pretty good place to start at. 1 more time. All right. Rest your hands down. Now let's go ahead and stretch your spine out. So come on up and we'll go into a little child's pose here. Head down, shoulders relaxed. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Again, another breath in. And let it go. Big breath out. Okay, bring your hands in by your sides and gently use your back muscles to roll yourself up. Now we're going to grab our weights and come on up to standing. You can also do this kneeling too as another option. Sometimes it's nice to be off of our knees and just fully on our feet. Okay, first one is we got to do a nice hinge at the hip. Hinge is a flat back, and we're going to do a little bend in the knees. So this whole thing works your core, works your back by shifting us forward into this hinge. Now arms here by your sides. We're going to just do palms face back. You're going to do a row, bent elbow row. Things to look for here is that your head's not down. If your head lowers like this, that can pull directly into your low back. So keep your head up in line with your spine. Exhale to pull. Good. Legs are working. Core is definitely working here. 3, 2. We're going to keep going. We're not really going to take a break. Palms now face each other and just bring your arms out to the sides. You can slightly bend your elbows a little bit for your upper back, mid back area, and the back of your arms. Definitely feel that. Again, try to keep your head up. So maybe look forward instead of straight down. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and stand up. Give our backs a little break for a moment. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's do a little chin to chest for a moment. Another full breath in and out. And then bring your head back up. Okay, one more time. We got to go into that hinge. So flat back here, crease right at your hip joint. Slightly bend the knees. Bring your arms back, straight behind you, without your shoulders rounding forward. And just do straight little lifts with your arms. Little lifts for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're not going to rest. We're going to bend our elbows. Inhale, exhale, press back. So yes, this is a tricep exercise. But because we're pitched forward, you are using your back the whole time. 3, 2, 1. If you need a break, go ahead and stand up. Otherwise, just go right out to the side and we're going to draw little circles. Go the other way. So 3 pounds definitely, you definitely start to feel it after a while. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rise up to standing. Nice job, you guys. Okay, you can come back down to your mat. So there's just a few exercises you can do on your belly and then with some weights there. Let's go ahead and just do a nice little stretch to finish up. We're going to gently take one hand on the upper arm and just pull across the body gently, not too much. You can also do a little circle with your neck. And then we'll open up, big inhale. Exhale, take the other arm across. You're not trying to take the whole shoulder with you, just the arm in the socket. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. You could do this standing as well. And then release your arms. And we're going to go ahead, bring your hands behind you. If they can clasp, go ahead and do that. Press them here into your sacrum. That's the back of your pelvis. And then pull your arms open here gently without overdoing it like that. Here you should feel a stretch right in that front of the arm here. And then lastly, go ahead, take your hands and we'll lift them up. You can extend your upper spine a little bit for a little chest opener without bending your neck too much, just your upper back. Release your arms. Bring one arm on top and then bend your elbows. If they can cross them. Otherwise, just bring them together. And then you're going to lift up a little bit. Stretches right between your shoulder blades. And you can even add a little curl here in your upper spine. Deep breath in and out. And then you're going to stack back up. You're going to switch and gently lift your arms, just your arms, not your shoulders, and then round forward. Deep breath in, big exhale, stack your spine up and release your arms. Okay, that's it, you guys. Good work today. If you like that video, let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see anything more or similar to back work, please let me know that too. All right, see you next time.